friends, welcome to the Lori Lulu Crochet Podcast, episode 135. My name is Lori. I live in the Chicago suburbs with my husband Ryan, and I love to crochet, and I love to knit, and I like to sew. I just don't get to do it very often. But you can find all of that fibery, yarny goodness in my social media, which is all linked down below. My Instagram, my Ravelry, my Gmail, email, and also any patterns that I talk about, any fancy yarns that I talk about, they will all be linked in the description box below this video. Welcome, hello, I'm glad you're here. We survived Halloween. It is November. I can't believe it. This week we had 80-degree weather here in Chicagoland. I do have a sweater on and I am roasting, so it may not last very long. Anyway, so what have I been doing? Well, obviously Halloween was a big thing. Last weekend we had the trunk or treat at our local rec center. Our church had a car, which was actually my car. And we decorated it out for everything. We probably had over 1,000 pieces of candy, and we almost ran out. So anyway, there were a lot of kids. There was a group of 3 girls that I saw come through 3 times. We gave them candy every time, but we won't go into that. I do want to say though, there was this cutest little kid in a homemade crocheted pumpkin costume. It was adorable. I loved it. I was like, oh. And then of course, all 4 of us, all the 4 of us ladies that were there, we all crochet or knit, and we were all like, oh my gosh. And of course, I had on a crochet cowl, I had on a knitted hat. It wasn't bad when you were in the sun, but the wind was bad, that's for sure. So anyway, yeah, what else? Oh, and then yesterday, so for those of you who are new, welcome. I work at a nonprofit. I almost said substance abuse clinic. That's not where I work at all. Why that popped into my head, I don't know. So I work for a nonprofit school for special needs children, and then we have a day program for special needs adults. And yesterday, our Orland campus had their Halloween costume. Now, yesterday was Friday, November 1st, but because of work schedules and everything that they have over, because those are more high functioning adults, they can actually have jobs. There's a lot of job training that goes on over there. So they didn't have their Halloween party till yesterday because of all of that. And so then the Halloween party, I got to help judge the Halloween costume contest. That was so much fun. There's so many good ones. But of course there was a Diet Coke one, so guess which one I picked. Yeah. So we had to pick 3 winners. Diet Coke was one of them. Loved that so much. But also yesterday was just crazy. I felt like yesterday flew by. I had so much stuff that I had to get done at work. Like, I was like working away, and then it's like, oh, it's time for the party. Oh, okay. It's already 10 o'clock. Wow. And then came back, finished up stuff that I was working on, and then I was like, oh, it's lunchtime already. Oh, okay, no wonder I'm hungry. Worked through lunch, honestly, like sat there at my desk and finished stuff, work, and then so our adults that are at the campus where I am at, in the afternoon, I hear them walking to their group home, and so I started hearing them outside, and I was like, it's 2:30 already. Oh my gosh. And then I got home, and Ryan was like, there's a lady that had come by the church last Saturday. Our church used to have a closed closet ministry, and this lady saw a bunch of cars. Like, oh, it's a closed closet. It's men's prayer breakfast. Sorry. So Ryan was like, hey, can you come with me? I'm gonna go meet her at one of the resale shops here in town. It's specifically for children's clothes, which is what she was needing. I was like, sure, not a problem. And so I went with him and helped the lady find stuff. I found stuff for the Sunday school class, all of that. Stuff for church activities for kids, like to do in church. So we get done with that. We're gonna go get dinner, and I get a call from the spa where I get my eyebrows waxed, and they're like, "Are you coming?" And I was like, "Totally forgot I was supposed to go get." It's like so it's like I can be there in about 30 minutes because it was heavy traffic at like 5 o'clock on a Friday night. Yeah, it's like give me a bit. I'll be there as soon as I can. Okay. And then when I got there, she was just like, I was so worried because you're always so on time and so on it and prepaid and all of that. And you didn't show. I thought something happened to you. And I was like, I'm so sorry I made you worry. So, yeah. But, and then by the time that was over, it's like, okay, I am exhausted from this day. It was a very productive day. Not gonna lie. Like, very happy that it all got done. Mostly because this week we're leaving for a vacation. So we're going to Florida. We're going to be in Orlando for a day and a half. And then we are boarding a ship and we're going on a 7-night cruise. So I'm like, so that's why I had to get my eyebrows waxed because it's like, okay, they need to look good. But I've been like busy cleaning. Haven't really started packing yet, which is weird for us. Like usually we're like, so this is one of our guest rooms. Our other guest room is like Cruise Central is what we call it. And we have stuff thrown in there, like piled high, like we haven't done any of it. I have my packing list, so this weekend, okay, we gotta get focused on this. I think because it's a different cruise line. It's one I've never been on before. I wouldn't say I'm anxious about it. Like I'm really looking forward to it because it's not a Disney cruise. I feel like I'm gonna be more relaxed. Like it's not gonna be go, do this. So I'm looking forward to the relaxation. So that's maybe why I'm like, meh, whatever I take, whatever I wear, I don't care. It doesn't matter. I mean, there's gonna be a couple of theme nights where they have the white party and then they have like their formal night. So I'm kind of like, what night are those? Is that gonna interfere with something that? But at the same time, it's like, does it matter? Do I have to participate in those? No, I don't. But I did buy a white dress, so we'll see how that goes. Messy, spilly me, like, it's like I wouldn't want to wear that to dinner because I would definitely spill something on my dress. So, we'll see how this goes. But, yeah, so I've been busy cleaning the house. I'll do a lot more of it Monday and Tuesday. Tuesday, if you're in America, it's a big day. It's election day. And it was the only time I could get in to get my nails done. I painted mine, but I want like something that's longer lasting. I found my coworker and told me about this nail place that does Dazzle Dry nail polish, and she said that hers lasted 3 weeks, and so it's not a gel. I did it once before. Love the way it feels on my nails. Like, I'm very sensory about my nails. So I was like, okay. So I have my appointment for Tuesday night, and so I was just like, I don't know how I'm gonna fit that in with voting and work and all of this. And Ryan and I usually make it a date night anyway. We go vote and then we go out to eat, and it's just awesome. So I was like, should we go vote early, just get it done, so then we don't have to worry about it, we can just pack and all that. He's like, okay. So we already voted, and we got dinner, and it was wonderful. Actually, it was kind of frustrating because we had gotten a gift card from the church for pastor appreciation, and the gift card didn't work. And so it's like, but there's money there, like, what's going on? So I think if you order online, it'll work. So we may do that later this week. We have a lot of gift cards that we have to use, so we're gonna use, so we don't have to worry about dishes and all of that stuff before we go. But work was also like, we need to get these reports done, we need to get this mailing out, and just, it's frustrating when it's like, I explain things and I explain it again, and then I explain it again, and then you still come, what does this mean again? And so we have a big, so there's the board, and then there's an advancement committee, which reports to the board what we do, because I'm on the advancement team. And the advancement committee meeting is when I'm in the middle of the cruise. So it's like, they'll be in the meeting and I'll be in St. Thomas. So I've been trying to make sure that all of my stuff is done and like they understand it so they can report it and not have to worry about me being gone. We'll see how that goes. Yeah, I'm just ready to be on the beach. So anyway, with that, shall we get started with the yarning goodness? I think we should. We'll start with what I'm wearing. Let me stand up here. I have my Women in Science t-shirt on, but this is the Eva cardigan. It is super duper long. It goes past my knees. In fact, the pocket actually sits just above my knee, so it's difficult to reach really far down to get to it. Super soft yarn, very light, just a very comfy cardigan. Love it. Although right now I am like having a hot flash, so I think we're just gonna take it off right now because I am sweating. Ah, the joys of being a perimenopausal woman. Also, I did want to say, yes, I'm back in the guest room of our house, because Ryan is here today, and I wanted to talk about a finished object that is for him. So, I am like another level up above him, so he can't hear me. First, we're gonna throw that over there. Oh, and I have my, I call this my persuasion shawl. It's really just a moss stitch shawl, but the colorways of these yarns are inspired by Jane Austen's book, Persuasion. So yeah, so I'm back in my old spot in my grandpa's rocking chair. Let's talk about finished objects, shall we? The first one is the stair. It is a pattern. Put the name up. I forgot who it was. It was living in my Disney cat bag. The yarns that I use, I don't have them with me. I put them away already. But it was Cascade Heritage Snow. And then Valley Yarns Huntington in blue, black, and gray heather. Ready to see this? Here it is. So, and of course, the sunlight coming through is just making it look so weird. So last time you saw, I was here. I think I had started the decreases and then messed them up, and so I had ripped back, and then that's where I was. But I had finished both cats. And then that night, Ryan went to bed really early, and I just wasn't ready to sleep. So I came in here, turned on YouTube, watched some Vlogtobers, and I finished. So this, oh my gosh. It'd be better if I was downstairs, but anyway. So yeah, so that's the decrease. I really like how that turned out. Although, was it this side here? Yeah. Yeah, you can see it because of the weird way it does that there. Because I had too many stitches for the decrease count. And then this is where I stitched it up in the middle. So, anyway, and he likes to fold his brim up, so he can fold it. There it is. So this black and white one is to represent our Dixie chick who passed away 2 years ago. And then this gray one, gray and white one, is to represent our Daisy Lou who passed away 2 months ago. Actually, 3 months ago. 3 months ago today. My goodness. Time flies. But yeah, so because my husband, likes to play basketball, I use this cute little basketball progress keeper on it. But yeah, I'm very happy with how this turned out. He does have other presents that he wants. We're gonna go figure that out tomorrow, I think. Basketball shoes actually is what he's wanting. A couple of years ago, you remember I got him some Kobe Mamba basketball shoes. He wants Luka Doncic now. If you guys know who that is, great. He's not a University of Kentucky boy, so I don't know. Anyway. So we're gonna talk about that. I think that's what I'm gonna get him. It's what I really want to get him is, we're gonna try them, make sure they fit okay, make sure that he thinks he could play basketball in them, because if he can't, then why bother? Because he does have some shoes that hurt, and then he has some other shoes that feel really good. I'm like, if those feel really good when you play, wear those. That just makes too much sense. Okay, so I do have a second finished object. They were living in my twice sheared sheep bag that I won from Hannah. Hi Hannah, of the Cozy Cottage. And here were my Viking socks, is what I call them. So my co-worker, Tara, went to Norway this summer and brought me back yarn. So it's Viking Garn, and it's the Raglan base. It is 70% wool, which I'm assuming is wool, superwash, and 30% nylon. So when I looked it up on Ravelry, it even said it was DK weight, but using it definitely felt like a worsted. So here's what I have left. Okay, maybe choking on my spit. Here we go. So yeah, it was this gorgeous purple. Loved it. This little nugget here is what was left of the second ball. So I split the skein in half because I do my socks 2 at a time. I followed the DK Vanilla Weight sock. Sorry, DK Weight Vanilla Socks by Kay Linton. Really, I just followed it for suggestions on stitch count and all of that. I didn't do the heel that she had in there. I didn't do... she also did it cuff down. I do mine toe up. Yeah. So, ready to see? Look at these socks. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. So this stitch marker here is where I was. This actually should be a zipper pull because look at how big that lobster claw is. This was also from Twice Sheared Cheap. This is what I won from the Lisa Frank Mal, from Hannah the Cozy Cottage. I think I did a pretty good job of lining up the stripes really well. My heat, I mean, it's a little off. Yeah, just a little off. It's not bad. The only time you can really tell is right here at the top of this area. But I don't care. Who's gonna notice, really? So yeah. I love how the heels turned out. Yeah. These obviously flew off my nails because they were a much thicker yarn. I really think it's a worsted weight yarn, not a DK. But, oh well. I love how these turned out. They're very thick. They're very squishy. I think they're just going to be walk around the house socks, really. Although I think like the first snowfall, I might wear these to work. Be like, look what I made, Tara. And when I looked it up and I saw it was self-striping, and I was like, oh, they're self-striping. It's a self-striping yarn. And she's like, what does that mean? I don't understand. She's an artist. She's a painter, so... But she does want to try to learn how to knit. She did tell me that. So, we may make her a fiber artist yet. Do you need a drink out of my Wonder Woman cup? Oh, nope, not gonna fit under there. I'll put you there. Okay. Makes in progress. I have 3. Technically, I should only have 2, but I started a new one. We'll go with the crochet first. So, in this bag, in my dodgy bag, is my podcaster shawl. And it's actually my design. I'll put a picture up for you to see. The yarns that I'm using. Let me get the ball bands out. It got to the point where I had to take the ball bands off. So it's Yarnspirations Bernat Softy Baby in the colorway Flannel. And then I also have a Lion Brand Mandala in the colorway Gnome. So the flannel, I finished all the gray part, and this is all I have left. I may be able to get 1 row, because you're supposed to have 2 rows at the top of this color. I may get 1 row. We'll see. Then the mandala, it wasn't in rainbow order. it's like all the colors are there, but it wasn't in rainbow order. So I took it apart and balled them up. Like, okay. So I can put them in the order that I want them in. And I can start with the color that I want and finish with the color that I want and make it go the way I want. So I finished the gray part of the shawl, and I've started the fun part of the pattern. Well, here we go. I'm all tangled here. So I've already done 4 of the colors. Yeah, you can see where I started the 4th color here. So I started with the purple, then went to the pink, and then went to this dark orange coral color, I guess you could say, and then I'm to the orange. So it's so long. I'm like, did I really? When I made this pattern, I made it so long. And I did notice a mistake in the pattern that I said, yeah, I'm gonna have to fix this pattern when I'm done. And honestly, I'm like, I don't know if I'm gonna have enough yarn because I feel like this is too long. This is so long. But it really isn't. It's just, yeah, it'll be nice and cozy. Let's see. So last time you saw, I was here. So my stitch marker is a heartbeat and a coffee cup. So yeah, so here's where I am. I'm getting ready to do another row of this puffed spike stitch, which will be fun in these orange colors. It'll really look like flames. So yeah, so I have this orange right now that's attached, and then it'll go into this orange. That'll look really cool. So that is my podcaster shawl. Sorry, Ryan texted me. Let me get that off there. Let's get everything back in where it needs to go, or I'm gonna lose it and not know where things go. Okay, let's get another sip of Wonder Woman juice. It's actually Dr. Pepper. That's what we have in the fridge right now. And speaking of Wonder Woman, in my Wonder Woman bag is my Crochet Memories blanket. This is a pattern by Hannah from the Cozy Cottage. I was watching her podcast earlier, but I haven't finished it all. But she showed her Wonder Woman shawl that she just finished, and so I was like, yeah, it's very inspiring to me today. So anyway, so my Crochet Memories blanket, it's a corner to corner join as you go scrap blanket. So you can use scraps from previous projects, which I started out doing. Started out with my scrappy stuff. And then last year, there are 2 other viewers, Jill and Jennifer. Hi. We do an Advent swap. So we do scrap yarns, and we swap with each other. I send 12 to Jill and 12 to Jen, and then they send 12 to me and 12 to each other. So we end up with 24 scrappy yarns or gifts, whatever is inside. It can be different things. So this year I put all of last year's Advent in this blanket. Okay, so this is where I started. I put a little stitch marker here with the size hook I need. It's an E-hook. And so this is all my scrap yarns. And then when you get to this blue line, that starts the Advent yarns. And so, all the squares with stitch markers on them are ones that I just finished and just added. And this was the last color. And then this color here is the one that I dyed and sent to them. And I kept some for myself. Yeah, so this finishes out 2023 Advent yarns. I'm now going to go back to my scrappy yarns. I will put another blue line to just differentiate it between everything else. But yeah, I did so many squares I ran out of my fun stitch markers that they sent me, because they usually send me stitch markers with everything too. So I just put a random light bulb one there. Oh, it's so pretty. Yeah. So, can I even show you? This is the width of the blanket. I can't even get it all in. There you go. So when I have it in my lap, it's also the length as well. When I have it in my lap, it actually, I have my waist, it goes all the way down to the floor. So it's a great lapgan size. We'll see if I make it any bigger. I probably will. But I will have plenty of scraps to add to it. I already do have plenty of scraps to add to it. Anyway, very happy with that one, how it's going so far. So my third making progress that I've already started. Because I finished a pair of socks, I was like, I need something small to take with me to church, at least for this Sunday, to get through this Sunday. And then watch, I'll have Sunday school and I won't be able to knit anyway. But I decided, so I bought a kit from Knit Circus Yarns. It is the Alaska hat. I have made one before, but I was not happy with the yarn that I chose for it. So when I bought this kit, I was like, this is perfect. This will work great for what I want to do. So I already started it. It's living in my Star Trek bag, which I got it at Stitches Midwest a long time ago. I don't even know if they sell anymore. It's Kitchen Counter Crafter. My knitting needles are poking out of the top. The top is actually, it's like a slap bracelet kind of thing, or a tape measure. So there's, like, it closes and it stays closed. But there's no zipper or drawstring on it. So that's what that clicking has been. Let me pull out the yarns here. So I got this colorway for my hat. This is the Sensible Miss Dashwood, which I love that. And this is Hawaiian Sunset. So I'm calling this one my Hawaiian Alaskan hat. I started with the purple, which is the Sensible Miss Dashwood. I'm looking at it and I'm just like, I don't know. Like, trust the process. It'll fit. Ooh, that was a big. Let's see, that just went in front. I just don't know. Of course, these are tiny needles, and I think what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna take this apart. I'm gonna frog it. I'm gonna rip it out, and I'm gonna go up some needle sizes. This is a 3 millimeter needle. These are my Luka Driftwood. Lika, I don't know, Lykke. Lika Driftwood needles. I love these needles. These are great. I'm usually ChiaoGoo red lace or ChiaoGoo red snob when it comes to my knitting needles. But these are nice. I just don't know if this is gonna fit me. So that's what I'm gonna do. So you've seen 6 rows, and it will disappear. I will be taking these off, redoing it. Also, when I did do it, I was having trouble counting. I miscounted so many times. And I actually had to add a stitch when I started the ribbing. It is a 2x2 rib, by the way. So, that is my project. Well, do I want to work on it? Yeah, we'll see. We shall see when I rip this out and start over. I may just not worry about it for church tomorrow. We'll see. Because I have cruise projects to get ready. So, I usually take when I go on a cruise, I usually take a crochet project for the plane. And I take at least, take a pair of socks to knit on. And then I was like, it's going to be a long week. Maybe I should take something else to work on as well. So I'm taking 3 projects with me. I wouldn't be a yarny person if I didn't have that many projects with me on vacation. So my airport work is going to be living in my Avengers bag, which I'm very excited about. This is actually a Christmas present from my cousin. So Tiffany, if you're watching, don't pay attention right for a little bit. I'm going to do the Up Early Up North hat. Gonna try some fun new stitches, which I'm very excited about. And I messaged Tiffany, I was like, what are your favorite colors? And she said purple, teal, and orange. She's like, but those don't go together. And I'm like, well, purple and teal go together. And teal and orange I think look fine. And purple and orange look fine, so I think all 3 of them were. But I happen to have in my stash these. So this is Malabrigo Rios. This purple is Savaduria. Is the name of this purplish color. And then this one is Archangel. So, or Archangel, however you want to say it. Sorry, I just see a bunch of shadows. So yeah, I was like, that'd be pretty. And of course, it matches my Alaska hat, so. Anyway, yeah, so that's my airport make. All right, Tiffany, you can turn back around now. I am going to bring another crochet project with me. Very excited about this one. I'm going to make the Maria top. I have wanted like a crochet, I wanted a granny square cardigan. Eventually I will get there, but for now I'm just going to do a granny stitch sweater. So the yarn, the first yarn that I bought is this lovely blue. It is Sheep G's, Color Crafter in the colorway Delft, which is a Dutch China. We won't talk about Dutch stuff right now. But this is actually a Dutch yarn company. It is 100% acrylic. It's very soft, very squishy. It's DK weight yarn. And then I found this yarn to go with it, and I was like, this is gonna be gorgeous. It is Big Twist value in the colorway speckled blues, which is this. So I was just like, ooh, lovely. And this actually kind of does look like Delft. So then I was like, okay, how do I want to stripe this? Because with Granny Stitch, it's gonna look a certain way. If I do it every other row, then the blues, the Delft colorway is gonna line up. Those stitches are gonna line up in a certain way, and then this blue speckle one is gonna line up in a certain way. And it's like, I don't really like the way that's gonna look. And I don't want to do 2 rows at a time. I just don't think I'd like how that would look either. Because in the pattern, it's 1 row of each color. Now she has 4 colors. So I thought, well, maybe if I just add a 3rd color, that would help. So I went stash diving. I have this big twist white. I'm very excited about this sweater. I'm not taking all the yarn I need for the sweater. I'm just taking the 3 colors. I may even like cut this in half. Only take a little bit with me. Just so all of this can fit in my bag. Which, by the way, is another cat bag. I haven't had a chance to use this one yet. It is a dodgy bag made by me with these fun cats on it. The inside is paw prints. And my hook and my pattern are in there. So yeah, so if I have that whole white skein in here, plus the blue, plus the speckle, makes for a very full bag. So yeah. And then last but not least, my knit socks. I have a smaller version of my Disney cat bag. Very excited about this. So these are my socks that I'm going to take. I decided I'm going to do the vanilla latte socks. I'm thinking, but I may just be like, forget it. I just want to do straight vanilla socks. Just go round and round and round, not worry about a pattern. Yeah, I may just do vanilla socks because the yarn is just so pretty. This is this blue, gorgeous blue. It is a West Yorkshire Spinner signature 4-ply. Colorway is Blue Lagoon. So this is a self-striping yarn, obviously. I think these stripes are going to be really small. I should look this up on Ravelry, see what the socks look like. So yeah, so I need to work on splitting this up. I also need to cake up the yarn for the hats and decrease some of that white. I did have this blue here for heels, toes, and cuffs. So I don't even remember what yarn this is. This was in my stash. I may actually go back and see. It's a little different from the Valley Yarns blue, although you really can't tell in this lighting. So yeah, I may just use this one. Here we go. So I'll have fun pair of socks and a fun bag. So yeah, so that is that. So I need to get yarn caked up, ready to go, split in 2 where it needs to be split. I need to change needle sizes for my hat. And then we'll go from there. So, and then pack. So that's all for today. I've talked long enough. So I will see you after my vacation and we'll talk some about that. So I will see you guys later. God bless. Bye.